Hey everyone, I just want to do a quick video, let everybody know how I'm powering my shop. We had talked about it in earlier videos, but I didn't really go into depth on it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna run through my shop, what I use, how I recharge it, and all the different tools I plug into it and how it works for me. And hopefully it would work for you if you need something like this. Okay, this is what I use here. This mighty machine right here. Anker SOLIX F3800. Solar generator. Here's the display on it. Right now I'm at 58%. Got about 5.5 hours remaining if I leave everything exactly the same right now. I'm only getting like 31 watts of input off of the solar panels. I got about 338, 340 output because I got some lights and stuff running, so I'll let you know when I'm running. This side here is where you plug in the solar. Just this one cord here. You can actually do 2 cords if you want to set another solar panel setup. Right now, one's all I got and that's all I used. This other part here is just another regular outlet, and I can plug this into my house through a big extension cord, which I do from time to time if it's cloudy over a few days and I don't get all my service recharged. On this other side here, there's a panel with all the big plugs. I can hook this up to my house supposedly, and it'll run it in case there's a, an outage or whatever. And then the rest are all plugs for what do you need it for. Back to the panel again. There's a bunch of smaller outlets here, USB, and the I'm not sure what the other thing's called, C something or whatever for the iPhones. And there's also the car charger. So here's the solar panels that I use. They're 400 watt panels. They're soft panels. They fold into each other and they have little handles. I just pretty much leave them right here. It's probably not the ideal setup for a long term. These are more for people like go camping and something like that, and they're just going to set them up and put them away. In the future, I'm going to build a frame so they lay flat on it and it'll be on wheels and I can rotate it depending on where the sun's at. But right now this is working good for me and I'm sticking with it. So now let's go over what I actually power using this generator. So as you can see, got these LED lights. I think they're 8 foot long. I got two on each thing. So there's 4 LED lights plugged in. I power everything with this one outlet coming off here. It's a 65-foot extension cord, and every 4 feet there's an outlet. So for now, I just ran it along the outside of my shop, the inside of the shop, all the way around. So I have outlets everywhere I need them. Plenty of outlets. All the way around the whole thing. And these lights are plugged into those outlets, and there's little switches on the lights. That's for this back set, and this is for the front set. I don't normally have both sets running because I don't normally need it. There's usually enough light in here for me to do what I'm doing. So all the tools that I usually hook up to this thing and use, I got a bandsaw. It's plugged in. I got a couple sanders that I use to plug in. I got a drill press. I got my beast of a miter saw. That's where most of my power goes. Then I have some other smaller stuff. Router table under here. I have a planer that uses a little bit of power. I have my dust collection set up here. And this table here in the middle, my work table, also has my table saw set up on it. Now, before I got the shop and I was in the garage, had a lot less space, I used this for my miter saw as well. You can see the outline of it there. It was there. And this thing would fold up and be flush with the tabletop. When I'm not using it, I put this piece of wood in here and it makes it flat so I can use it. As you can see, I'm using it right now with this chest that I built. So the best part of this whole power situation is all of that stuff that I have plugged in there is a ton of power, right? But you don't use them all at the same time. I'm going to go to my miter saw. It's going to run into my dust collector. So when I kick the power of the saw on, it's going to kick the dust collector on. It's what, 5 seconds at the most, depending on what I'm cutting. And then boom, released, both shut off, no more use of power. Go to the table saw, same thing. A few seconds on that thing. Bandsaw, whatever I'm using, that's it. Just that one thing. No one's using the table saw and the miter saw and the drill press all at the same time, running all the power at the same time. So this thing can handle it. When I was in the house, in the garage, I was tripping breakers. Every time I kick on my miter saw, the breaker would trip. Absolutely every time. I'd have to go in there and flip it, make sure everything else was unplugged, and the only thing running was the miter saw. Then I could get through it. I bought this generator last November, right around Black Friday, so I get the discount. And I just started using it, even though I was still in the garage at that time. And I never tripped a breaker on this. Never had a problem with it at all. So I don't see the issue with me having to run power out to my shed here, or to my workshop. I don't see the expense in it. I think I paid about $2,000 for the generator, and it came with the panels and all the cords, everything you need. You could have got two 200-watt panels instead of one 400-watt panel, and it would have split, but it'd have been the same charging. So I went with the one, more compact, easy to deal with. I also charge all the batteries for my tools, my Ryobi and Milwaukee tools. I got all those chargers plugged in, and again, they don't take that much. So this thing here does everything I needed to do right there, and I don't have to worry about running power out here. And I'll show you right now why I don't want to run power out to this thing. All right, so my house is over there, a little over 100 feet away, and I would have to dig a trench and run wires all the way out to this place to get the power going to it. Well, also right here in my yard is my septic drain field. So I would be digging a trench right where my septic drain field is. And yeah, I probably wouldn't go deep enough to get into it, but why take the chance? Why mess with it? Plus, why dig a trench in this hard clay dirt to run power out to something that I don't need the power for? Then I'd also have to get more permits, another box, a lot of expense. And I spent basically $2,000 and got what I needed. It's pretty heavy, but it's on wheels. So if I need it in the house for whatever reason, I could bring it in the house. So my point being, I don't need power out here. I wouldn't call this being off the grid, but I guess technically that's what it's called. But there's occasions where it isn't sunny for a few days and I want to bump up the power in my generator. So I'll run a extension cord out to the house and charge it up. It takes a couple hours and it's full. But I don't have to worry about the heartache of hiring an electrician, running all the wires, running all the conduit and everything else just to get outlets and stuff in here. Because this works fine for me. I'm out here 2-3 hours a day at the most. And the worst part about being in here is I don't have any air conditioning and I don't have any heating, and it's not insulated. So it's no different than being in my garage though, because my garage is all the same thing, but I just got a lot more room in this place. I saw this thing on another YouTube channel and I liked it, and I went on Amazon and got it during Prime Days. Got it for like 80 bucks. And this thing works amazing. It's called WOLFBOX Super Power Turbo Fan Mega Flow 200. This thing does just as good as air compressor could ever do. And you don't got to plug the air compressor in, fill the tank, all that stuff. This thing runs off a battery. You can charge it, USB, turn it on. They got some lights there to let you know it's on. And this thing, look at that thing. That thing blows. So I use it to dust off whatever I need to. If I have a project that I need to dust off before I finish it, or if I got dust or sawdust or whatever on my table saw, I use this thing to blow everything off. And I think I've charged it one time in the last few months that I've had it. It's just like everything else. You use it just for a few seconds and you put it down. So that's pretty much what I wanted to go over, give you guys an idea of what I'm using for power here and how it works for me. Maybe it'll work for you if you guys are looking for that. Even if you don't need to power a whole shop, these things are awesome. This is a little larger one. Obviously, they have a lot more choices of just this F3800. They have smaller ones, they have bigger ones. I can connect two of these together and double it. There's all kinds of stuff. So even if you're not using it to power a whole shop, you could use this at craft shows and farmers markets. If you have laser engravers, or my wife makes shirts, so we take our shirt press out to the craft shows and we can make shirts right there on site. I can engrave on my cutting boards and other stuff. I can personalize it right there with my laser engraver right there on site. I don't have to take orders. I can actually give it to them. One other thing I wanted to show you real quick is I also have a Ryobi electric push lawnmower and riding lawnmower, and I charge the batteries on that off of my generator as well. And I'll take you in the shed real quick and show you what I got there so you get an idea of what I use that for. All right, so I got it's a 42-inch zero turn Ryobi 80-volt. That's where the batteries are. There's 3 sets of suitcase batteries in here. Plug that in, that's the charger. Plug the other end into an outlet, which I plug it into my generator, and it takes care of it. It also has the smaller batteries over here, the 40 volts, and another one here. So I don't have to use my house to charge that either. I can just run it off of my generator. There's times where I plug it into the house instead because I want to work in the workshop while it's charging and I don't want to drain the battery all the way down. I'm just telling you that this generator will do anything you need it to do. I didn't do a ton of research on it. I asked ChatGPT. I told him I was building a workshop and the tools I have and the tools I was planning to get, and that I wanted to have something that was going to power the shop, and this along with some other suggestions. But I was really impressed with this, and it was on sale and I got it, and I'm glad I got it, and I'm not looking back. So if you guys are looking for something to power your shop or to just power anything really, I would go with this. At least check it out. I will put links in the description for the generator with the solar panels, as well as the WOLFBOX air blower and a few other things that I talked about here today. Go ahead and click on those links and check them out. I get a little kickback if you guys buy something through Amazon using my links, so feel free to do that for me. Again, if you have any questions or comments or anything, just let me know, and like and subscribe if you like to see some more videos, because I'm going to start posting a lot more. Hey, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate it. YouTube loves it when you make it all the way to the end of a video. Check out my other videos where you can see where this workshop started at nothing and has grown into what it is. I also have a few videos of me turning some bowls, and as well as making a couple things, some egg holders and some other things. And look for me in the future to post more videos on me making stuff.